Alright, good day everyone, it's Gareth again from Whatchamacallit Gaming, continuing our Captains of Industry playthrough. Now, last episode I was a mess. I don't know quite what I was thinking, probably not thinking. Because yeah, that playthrough, while I succeeded in what I wanted to do, I didn't succeed at all. At all. Because, yeah, by accident, because I'd accidentally cheated in more teraflops, we had the unit working. Actually, do we have enough to... I'm just going to start one of these because we're low on materials, but it should work fine. Yeah, I got everything running, built the equipment we needed, because, yeah, this microchip production here was... Oy, did I get confused with that one? And then to prove my lack of intelligence capability, I built all of these. We had enough parts that we could have easily gotten one, probably both rows running. And probably had the processing capability to actually do it. Nope. And then, to add insult to injury, I built this thing. Thinking, without even bothering to double check, that we'd have to ship the gold we produce offshore via transport vessel. Because if you recall, I thought, was that one? Yeah. I thought this trade was actually an established trade route. No, it's just you hit trade and they'll give you gold for microchips. Expensive, but yeah, makes sense. No. Thankfully, I can't guarantee I'll be any clearer of mind now, but thankfully we do have options. I might as well unpause and let everything run. First, I just want to delete this because we're not going to use it. And there's still gold left on this conveyor belt. I wonder what happens to that gold. Does it get dumped in the shipyard? Or does it just poof? Disappears into the ether of everness. I think it probably disappears into the ether of everness. Okay, we still have microprocessors, so that's good. Oh, we picked up some more servers. But I think it's 14 or was it 20 servers per server unit? 20 and we only have 11. Okay, we're still short on servers because that's our next big thing. We need to build more servers. One quickly tell you we're supplying super cool material and an endless recycling system. Though backup water is available if needed. Perfect. Alright, yeah, our primary objective in this playthrough is just to at least get one of these lines built and running. Now to do that, we still have other things we need to produce. Because we need servers. We're going to need a lot of servers. Tons of servers. Dozens of servers. Way too many freaking servers. Is the system working? Yeah, it is. Now, as far as I'm aware, I've not built any kind of server line. I've got a microchip production which produces electronics level 2. So I think the server line is probably going to have to be produced here. Let me just check what we need for that. Service. We need steel, electronics level 2, produces service. Okay. Sorry, electronics level 3. I keep calling it level 2. It's not level 2. It's level 3. So it's going to have to come here. Oh, goody. Are any of these facilities? Yeah, they're running, and then the maintenance is going to... It's producing very, very slowly. Okay, let me pause. Let's see. Probably going to stuff the server room here. And we can siphon off, because I've got electronics level 2, and steel production should already be coming here. Okay, no, that's iron. I do know I have a steel line somewhere in this area. There it is. Ugh, is this going to be tight? Unless we steal it here and run it... Yeah, rat's nest. Those of you who have... What's it? That compulsive behavior where you automatically put things neatly in place must be going bonkers at me now. I also have it something similar, but it applies more to files and my room than to whatever I'm building on a computer. Thank goodness. Or else this playthrough would take 6 times as long because I would spend endless hours trying to figure out... Okay, let me just check. Can we build servers with this system or do we need the upgraded one? Okay, good. We can make servers with this one. Upgraded plant. Yeah, because I would spend endless hours trying to figure out how to build neat and everything working, and yeah, it's not going to work. I'd basically never finish any game ever, because eventually I'd spend so long trying to make everything neat and tidy that I would just get bored. electronic servers. Luckily, the servers just need 2 items, so that's easy. Compared to even technically electronics is easy. It's just it takes forever and a half. I think what I'd like to do is split this off even. When you build the system, let me just quickly remove here. Thank you. When you build one of these units, it does automatically. Oops, come on. Like so. No. Yes, thank you. I've screwed that up. Totally screwed that up. Okay, we don't need this part. What we want, let's go here, here. When you build a conveyor belt system like this, this does automatically do a one-to-one transfer. It'll transfer from one to the left and one to the right and one to the left. At least as far as I remember it does. You'll have to double check if it actually does it, but as far as I know, yes. It automatically sorts the material for you. I will openly admit I was not paying that close enough attention. I installed the conveyor belts, they work. Universe is happy. And I'm still gonna suck when we have to get more electronics elsewhere. Can we even move this line? Yeah, sort of. Oh, bugger. Okay, you're gonna run flat. You're probably gonna have to run out a bit, because we need a car that truck can get here, and a truck can get here. These aren't small. The truck will just come around the outside. This is the reason I haven't swapped completely to the larger vehicles. Well, yes, they can haul a ton of cargo, which is awesome. Oops, I've not connected. Is it connecting? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry. The reason I haven't switched to the newer, larger vehicles is simply because I'd much rather... I've got areas where they get stuck. It's just the way it is. Oh, come on. Yay! That worked. Now let's quick build the whole lot, because we've got enough resources stored. Though, technically, if I actually built this slot, any truck driver would be royally angry at me. What are you short on? Oh, no, it just took a little while to build. Now let's just check if it's gonna... Yep, it's automatically sorting one-to-one. Perfect. Oh, did it not? Apparently it didn't. Okay, I want to build the storage bunkers for our servers right here, because we want a lot of servers. I foresee I'm going to need tons of this stuff. Simply out of silly necessity, and then we're going to start seriously producing what we need here. But yeah, it's going to be very, very slow in initial production because we simply don't have what we need. I think I've already used up all available computer parts, haven't I? Oh, no, I've still got a few microprocessors. But my vehicles are so busy at the moment that there's just no available vehicle, because a lot of cargo is being moved by truck instead of conveyor belt like it should be. Also this. I've got a lot of vehicles taking this long path to get gold. The problem is, to sort that out, I'd have to build a single conveyor belt going all the way down here to just about here, roughly, and then dump it into a cargo bin to shorten the trip, and it's just not practical to build a conveyor belt that long. Yes, it's a game, so I can do it, and the computer and the universe won't care, but still. Over the long term, it's just not going to be a really great idea. Sorry, where am I? I've gotten lost. Oh, I'm here. But luckily, there's still one more research when we build our next level of research stations. Because I've researched it, I haven't built it yet. Still need to get to that. This one? Okay, yeah, because it costs... This, I'll check what the lab equipment level 3 costs in a minute. Oh, sorry, it's right there. It costs right on my nose. Electronics level 2, that's easy enough to do. Yeah, there should have been... Where was it? I know there was another vehicle unlocked that increases... Oh, there it is. Oh, but... 10. Eesh. Not exactly a spectacular vehicle add-on. So I'll have 140 vehicles instead of 130. Oh well. We are getting service though. It's exceptionally slow, but we are getting service. And luckily the trucks don't have to transport the service, we can just toss them in the pot. Bonk. Each server is 1 teraflop. Okay, what do I want to activate? Well, it's pretty obvious, we need more construction components. Deactivate. Pause, bring yourself online. Oh, is it just too much? Okay, it's just too much. That's unfortunate. Each one of these? 4 teraflops, yeah. Sorry. We need 8 teraflops to be on standby, but we are getting this. How expensive is these buildings? 60. Okay, then we can build one. I'm just going to pause it. I'm slowly going to make my way to the top of this factory. I don't think we have enough. Yeah, not enough. Okay, each one of these structures is 60. It's going to be a bit of a low, slow slog, but it should be fine. I know, yes, I've cheated resources in before, but it's mainly when I get annoyed. We are making what we need to make. It's just going to take a little while. Though I think we are completely stalled on microprocessor production. Actually, it looks like the cost isn't too bad. 1 steel, 4 electronics level 3 equals 4 service. That's not that bad. And we've got most of these working. Though, total production time is 3 minutes. Just a little under 3 minutes. But yes, that makes sense. Computers are a pain in the arse to manufacture. If it wasn't, there wouldn't be only a what? I think there's like 3 companies in the world that produce proper microchips. Anyway, we still have one more thing we need to do because we have access to uranium source. We're going to start repairs on that. We have enough construction parts on board. Cargo is loaded. I'm going to send the ship out to deliver the cargo. Because, well, yes, this docking facility was stupidly a waste of production at first glance. It actually now makes acceptable sense by some dumb luck. We can just set up our uranium production right here. Sorry, not uranium production, uranium enrichment. Because, yeah, why not? That should be more than enough storage capacity. Oil loads, the ship is... Oh, it's empty. Yeah, our production, I will admit, my crude oil refining system here, well, first glance looks alright, it's actually a complete mess. Because we're just not using enough of the resources we're producing. It's because I've chosen other construction trees and, well, I'm not using the ones I should be using. Solar panels, construction parts, and electronics level 3. Now, where were we producing this? It should be over here. Yeah, it's right here, and we have plenty. Well, sort of plenty. That's out. Okay, that's out. That's in. Okay, it's not stalling on us, we're just siphoning off more than we're producing, because we are producing quite a lot. And it's actually quite easy to produce quite a lot. only drawback to this, once you play this game for a bit, you start losing track. Especially as the production chains get bigger and you end up with a rat's nest of production chains like I've made, you eventually lose track of where you're supposed to dump everything. I mean, even this is going to be a pain in the butt because I'm going to have to clear these conveyor belts, upgrade these facilities. Almost got all the components we need, but I'm going to focus on getting microprocessing up and running first. What's the supply of microchips? Still 33. Have the trucks not moved it? Or probably not. That's empty. It also could be that we just don't have enough at the moment. We're just basically operating off the last. Okay, 2-2. Oh, that's a bad production. But it's... ideally, when you want to produce something, you would like to get more out of the resources you're putting in. That's the whole point. That's how you make it cheaper, but in this case, with electronics, I guess it's fair. They're just such a difficult... If any of you out there in YouTube land can figure out how to make cheap, 3D printed microprocessors that are as good as our modern processors, you will be a trillion, billion, gazillionaire in like 2 minutes flat. Because that's where the major hiccup is also coming in some of our production lines. The problems to solve. Energy storage. Energy production is not a problem. We've got solar panels, wind, water, nuclear power, coal burning, steam generators. Power production for humanity, not a problem. Storage for power produced, big freaking problem. And cheap microprocessing manufacturing. As in, make a lot of it cheaply. The machines to make some of these microprocessors are just expensive. And just trying to do it is a pain in the butt. I mean, the Chinese tried. And they threw literally unlimited resources and unlimited manpower, and they still couldn't do it. That tells you how hard it is, because the Chinese, they've got the manpower and resources. It may not sound like it now, because they seem to be in an economic, disaster zone, but really, of all the nations on Earth, apart from Russia, before they screwed everything up, they have the resources to throw at a problem until it goes away. It may not go away very nicely, but they've got the resources for it. Okay, I need to purchase more microchips. But we don't have as much gold, because it costs us 100 gold to purchase 53 microchips, and the price is going up. And it's not that I don't have the ability to produce enough gold. Oh, I can produce enough gold, it's just, it's a bit slow getting there. Why do we suddenly have a shortage? Oh, right, this... Pause. Like I said, we're pretty much the chicken and the egg now. We need servers to run our production equipment, and we need our production equipment to make servers. No, sorry. That's wrong. No, it's right. Because we need microprocessors. No microprocessors, no production. You guys are dumping it in the right place. Yes, you are. And we need maintenance, so it's actually chewing up a lot of our capabilities. Oh, but we've produced quite a lot of servers already, so awesome. I wonder what the maximum number of servers on this building was. I think they said it was 44. 48 is maximum, okay. But each 20 only counts as one. Gear up, because we can now have the ability to produce more. The more we produce, the faster we'll go. So each of the server structures will produce 40... I've already forgotten. 48 teraflops of processing capability, which is a hell of a lot. Because it's tera as in terabyte, and teraflop per... I'm not sure if it's per second processing, but I'm just going to go with it and say it is per second, so that's all... No, that can't be per second, because that's quantum computer level production, and we don't have... Well, we can't produce quantum computers, and they are used. They're very, very specific industry use, because they are very painful to maintain. Unfortunately, our current generation of quantum computer technology is very delicate. I mean, glass level of delicate. One minor screw up, a bit of dust inside the unit, and the whole machine is basically useless. I'm not sure if that's still is as accurate. They may have made improvements that I have not been made aware of, but last time I checked it was at that level of delicacy. What in the living... Oh, it's under and over. For a second there, I thought this was not connected to anything, and this wasn't connected to anything, because somehow I connected it somewhere else. No, this is also iron. Why is it not? Oh, that's copper. Yeah, it makes sense. For some reason, we're producing way more iron waste than anything else, but that also makes sense. Iron is the most heavily used resource in our entire civilization. We're just lucky it's recyclable. Can you imagine if iron was a single-use product? Good grief, our society would be so different. Still not. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this to get finished. So we're doing fine. We've got 42. We need 60. Can we actually trade for it anywhere? Or... Okay, that's a no. Alright, you can come. Okay, first... upgrade. We send the ship back. Oh, okay, it is actually producing uranium, so we might as well get it going, and then we'll upgrade it to level 10 like I did for all the other ships. Ah! But no. Okay, so this is not a... Okay, I may have to modify the ship more. It must be a loose unit module. Alright, that's fine. Ah, but then I have to delete this as well. I actually thought it wasn't, but it makes sense. We're pulling ore out of the ground. It's not processed material. It makes perfect sense that it's not a, Oops. Sorry, I didn't hit the shift key fast enough. Oh, that's interesting design of load and unload. Personally, I would have gone with large conveyor belts you could just feed into the ship. But that... Oh, well, it could. You put a vacuum cleaner on the front of it. Voila. Job done. You just sit there vacuum cleaning up whatever resource you're pulling out of your ship. And they do have some systems like that for loose material collection. It just can get very clogged with dust, which is a bit of a disadvantage. Ta-da! Yay! Wrong button. Tab. Okay, ship's arrived. Oops. Wrong connection. Right connection. Start loading. Loading complete, because remember I cheated in a ton of resources. Yeah, but this facility is going to be expensive to upgrade. And I do mean expensive, because remember, we got everything here to level 10. Level 10. Level 10, though it's stuffed chock-a-block. Okay, do we have some place we can purchase? Yeah, I'll take the people. Because I suspect I'm going to need a lot of workers. No. Nope. This is to trade construction parts in. Just increasing my population at the moment. I still gotta produce stuff for this population. This will let us get the bricks, which is the new add-on for the beginning of the game, but we were already well into our gameplay through, and I was not inclined to start from scratch again. Okay, level 6. Oh, it upgrades it twice per upgrade. Okay, that's nice. That'll solve us a few headaches. Why can't I connect? Oh, right, I need to go here, go home. For some stupid reason, I just thought the ship was an clickable entity. It's not. Now, household goods we're producing, medical supplies we're producing. Oh, but it's not working very well. So we need to make the next generation of medical supplies, because our people are not quite, and we need to make household goods. Right now I just want to get our primary production. Yeah, I need to make household appliances. I'm not making any at the moment. I need to make them. And I need to make medical supplies level 2. I'm not making antibiotics. How do you make antibiotics? Fermentation tank, sugar, ammonia. Okay, we even manufacture a growing sugar cane. That's oil production. No. We probably can siphon off, switch one of these farms to sugarcane production. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, we've got the cargo for lot upgrade. I think I'm just going to upgrade this to level 6 for now. Yep. And household production goods we can make. We could probably, now that we don't need to worry about going to the next level of production, we could probably produce it right here. But are we making enough electronic parts? Oh, sorry, that's mechanical parts. Is that one? No. It's that one. It looks like it. Everything's chock-a-block to an extent. We can siphon off right here. Because these are all full, and these are full. But yeah, it looks like I didn't really need... Well, actually, at the time I was building more buildings, so it's possible we may need each level of construction parts, so that's not going to be a problem. Okay, let's get the next building up and running. And paused. Yeah, like I said, I didn't do a very good job when I built this. Because I had more than enough parts here to build there, but I was so not paying attention to what I was doing that I missed it. And I'm not going to dismantle all of this because of all the trouble I went into for getting the order of production right. And I still don't know if I've done that correctly because none of these machines are working at the moment. I think I've got the order of production correct. I don't know. Okay, not enough. Oh boy. Data processing is going to go through the roof. So much for not being powered by Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a small box with basically a complete server just about in a small rectangular box roughly the size of... what would be a good comparison? Put two shoes together and then it's roughly that big. It's probably a bit smaller than that, and they are used primarily as data processing points or control points for machinery in an industrial environment. It's basically a portable server wireless transmitter all in one box, and it's pretty popular with some YouTubers because there's a gentleman who does a lot of Raspberry Pi stuff where he tries to push that technology way beyond anything it was designed to handle, or he shows off what it's capable of. And it's like this one of the best, smallest microprocessors, and they're used in everything. They're control modules for most computers, and they're used in industrial production. And while they may have a single server support, just contains the key program instructions, normally they wouldn't need something quite this big to run. I'm not an expert on this. I only was out of curiosity because I've seen the meme powered by Raspberry Pi and I wondered, okay, what do they mean by this? That's about the best I've gotten to with that. Okay, we're still waiting for stuff, so let's see if we can make those household goods or home appliances. Let me just double check my thing here. Home appliances. Okay, we need electronics. Electronics level 2. Steel. Now, electronics level 2 is being produced. What are you? Okay, no, you're going to. You're not coming from. So we can siphon off here. Yeah, some of my belts, I've siphoned resources off to such an extent, they're probably not as efficient as it was. If it wasn't for the fact I'm overloading production by making so much of a single item that I can just store it, that it's not having a tremendous impact as of yet on my production levels. I'm gonna have to move these buildings, they're too close. Let me just get it set up. Okay, so no. Check that it's set correctly, it is. Alright. Yeah, and we'll just stockpile it right next to it. Knowing my luck, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot here by preparing a production line where it's not really... There may be some future piece of production, but I don't think so. We're almost at the end of the tech tree here. Though I don't know what we need to produce a rocket. I have not looked. I'm waiting for the surprise. If it's anything like Factorio, it's going to be complicated as hell. But then, that's the fun. Okay, we're going to siphon, because this is electronics. And we just need steel. Come on. Here we go. Luckily, we're at the point in this game where we're basically making everything. We just got to figure out where we're stealing it from. And like I said, here's the steel. How does this bridge go? Okay, so it goes there. Now we're going to have to go this way because we're going to have to go up. Luckily, we can take steel directly from the production point. Sorry, I forgot to turn R off. And it's just a case of pumping them into our thing. So we'll put a nice big storage. I will admit, I enjoy large storage capacities. Even in Factorio, I way overbuild this. Maybe I should play a Factorio. Hiccup is, I'm playing this because it's basically something new. I've played it somewhat, but not a lot. But I've played Factorio to death, and unfortunately, I'm not the type of person who could play the same game over and over and over again. Which is strange considering my family, because my parents have been playing Diablo 2, and Diablo 3 since forever. They still play the original Diablo series, and they're quite happy with just those 3 games. I, obviously, not so much. I like new games. Right, we can get this production underway. Then we can figure out how I'm going to get it to my people. Luckily, production electronics number 2. Oh, hello. I did not, or did I accidentally delete? I must have accidentally deleted some of these conveyor belts. Because I'm almost positive I would have noticed. Oops, that's not going to work. That was an oopsie on my part, and I've just got to check here what we've run short of, because it seems we're not producing electronics properly. Here we are. What are we producing? Silicon delivery. Okay, for now, since my trucks are remarkably busy, we're just going to cheat the silicon in. Silicon polymers, hey ho, and away you go. We can build our next production line, so we can keep our electronic production up and going. Yeah, I wonder... I pray it never happens, we never have to find out, ever. But I wonder just how difficult it would be to go from basically the apocalypse event to rebuilding civilization on this scale. I'm praying we never have to find out, because that's one of my greatest fears for our civilization. Technology is hard. It's extremely, extremely hard. You look at people who build steam engines for a hobby. Most of the reasons we can only build this, as one gentleman scientist pointed out quite easily, once you figure out how to do it, it's easy to copy it. But if we had to suddenly start from scratch, as in nuclear war, a disease that wipes out 90% of the population, I do not want to, I really, really, really don't want that to happen. Because that's basically 10,000 or 20,000 years of tech development in the toilet. Technology is very hard to do, keep and maintain and reproduce and all that fun stuff. My ship's already done the delivery. Stuff it, we'll upgrade it to the last level. So I'm praying. It's one of the things that always, even from a young age when they talked about the use of nuclear weapons and stuff like that, it was less, well, I would hate to lose the amount of people that kind of event would cost us. I really, really would hate that. The amount of effort it would take to rebuild our technology is almost as frightening. Because it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be simple. Okay, stuff it will just feed this directly. Oh, conveyor belt. Oh, the conveyor belt's not in the way. But it treats it as if it's in the way. Okay. I was hoping we could just feed it directly, but it's not going to cooperate with me. The conveyor belt... Oh, maybe I've just got the wrong spot. But yes, rebuilding our technological civilization is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, I need a specific module. Okay, it's not happy with the conveyor belt positioning. Fine. I was kind of hoping. Okay, luckily we still have a slot on this side. But yes, I don't want us to do that. I pray we never ever have to suddenly find ourselves rebuilding our entire civilization from scratch. Because we simply don't have the capacity. Well, we do, but it would take for so long. It's ridiculous. So, sorry, that's just a personal thought. Probably confused the hell out of most of you. But yes, I pray we never ever have to rebuild our civilization from scratch. Because the amount of pain in the butt that is going to be is not going to be an enjoyable event. I'll be long dead by that time, though. I would never survive the apocalypse. I'm completely useless at surviving in any respect. I like my air conditioner, I like my shops for easy purchase of food, even though it's getting very expensive nowadays. I would not survive any kind of apocalyptic event. I'd be the moron you find dead in front of his computer. And you strip my computer for electronic parts. Okay, still not enough servers. And we're probably out of microprocessors. But we're getting there. Hiccup being, we still need to get all these online with processing capabilities. And each one of these costs how much in processing capability? Also 4. Goody goody. I forgot to check. Can we purchase servers from any of these groups? Nope. FDM at the UI is a bit awkward. Oh, we could send in household appliances for copper, but I'm not at the point where I need to worry about that yet. Okay, at least with the groups we've discovered so far, we can't trade for... Okay, we got another postman. Trade for servers. Sorry, I'm getting myself lost. Okay, what's next? Let's check that our ship has the cargo capacity that we need. It's loaded. Okay, it is loaded. This will be our last delivery to this place. And if I increase population level... 150. Okay, so times 6 is 150. And I believe our other ship is already shipping in the resources. No, it has not. Is it because I haven't sent the ship out? Oh, because there's not enough resources to fill all the containers. Got it. It even says so, waiting until there's enough cargo to pick up. Fair enough. Okay, ship is done. I think my mouse is not quite working as well as it should. Because I click, I think I've worn out my mouse a bit, because I click and nothing happens. It's producing 12. Oh, is that... Okay, there we go. If we up it, we're going to be short on workers, but that's not going to be a problem. We have the population storage capacity. Those provide workers. Haven't donated to them. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, the price went down. We got... And the amount of processors we could purchase has gone up. Because we were at 70 something and now it's 93, so that's nice. Oh, okay, we've exhausted our coal mine. Okay, no problem. We'll sort. Mining, first let's get rid of it all. out. I have to admit, I'm actually quite pleased the way this coal mine is working out, because yes, this is how I'm going to strip mine this place. Eventually we're going to have to fill this up with waste, because we're just going to have a freaking hole in the ground, which will suck, but there is other coal mine. I will admit this map is very rich in resources, and the size of resources. Also, I set the resources amounts very high, because here we still have some more limestone, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, limestone, sand, coal. Is this groundwater? No, this is all copper. And over here we have more iron. So, in reality, on this map at least, resource-wise, we're going to not have any major hiccups. Not for a very long time. And the system is shot. Okay, we can bring on our next group of production here. I'm kind of hoping I can reach the point where I'm producing enough power that I don't have to cheat. Just because that would be fun. It means I'm actually playing the game the way it was designed to be played. Ish. I just need to check, because I think we've run into a slight blockage, or no. We're producing plenty, we just don't have the processing capability. How much processors do we have? 19. Okay, I'm going to set it up so it tells me how many computer processors we have, because S server down. There it is. Just to keep track of our total availability in servers, because we're going to need them. We're going to need a lot of them. 33. I wonder if there's a specific amount, or is this truck going to fetch more? Is refueling? Okay. Yeah, I wonder if they don't pick up the cargo unless they can pick up a full load, kind of thing. Unfortunately, we have to ship it by truck. I could pull this forward, but where I've set up the enormous production for our microprocessors is just such a long conveyor belt and through so much of my production chain that it's just not of any practicality to set up. That's the only drawback to this map. The resources are spread so far apart that you can't just set a conveyor belt to deliver them. It would be wonderful if you could, but you can't. Alright, is household goods being delivered? Yes, they are. Drawback is I don't think we're delivering enough of them. Okay. We still gotta make bacteria because I want to go to the next level of this production. Okay, so this antibiotics is going to be fun because it's just sugar. We're making everything else. Oxygen is easy to get a hold of. CO2 we could bury. It's just sugar at the moment. And I know I've unlocked sugarcane for production capabilities. Yeah, we can make sugarcane, so that's not a problem. Hiccup is these farms are all occupied or chock-a-block on resources. So, we need to build a new farm whose sole purpose is the production of sugar. Or two new farms whose sole purpose is the production of sugar. Okay, just want to check something. Okay. Alright, right now, yeah, okay, let's see now. We have water supplies. We've got cheap water supply here. There is room here, and we're cheating water where? Because I know we've got cheap water supplies all over the map. There's cheap water here, but there's major traffic here. I kind of wanted to keep it in this area, so I probably should build the farms here. How is our groundwater doing? Shockingly still well. Not perfect, but well. But luckily I think if memory serves, here, that's it. There's that button, and all's good in the hood. Okay, we want to build farms. We want to build sugarcane farms. We want to produce sugarcane. But I think the farms produce raw sugarcane. I think it has to go through another refinements setup before it gets anywhere. So where's in, where's out? There's out. There's in. Okay, we're going to build the farms this way. It means I'm completely cutting off any hope of continued solar power production, but I can live with that. We're going to go nuclear anyway. Okay, these farms are just going to produce sugar. I will admit, this style of farm makes sense in a modern society. I understand farmers at farming facilities and that the production of farm equipment, farming machines, is still a very profitable and very valuable business or industry. And I enjoyed Farm Simulator as much as the next guy. But I also get that if we want any hope for the future production of the continuation, let me see if I get my wording right. The continued expansion of our society. We're going to have to produce more food because we have a larger population. We want to solve world hunger, we need to produce more food, and we need to produce more food in a smaller location. That's why I thought vertical farms and greenhouse farms were a very nice solution to that problem. And if you're building a farm on Mars, you're not exactly going to have access to open fields. Just by the way. Oh, come on. Come on. Sorry, I'm getting my positioning all wrong here. Yeah, you're not going to have access to a large field on Mars. Which means you have to build an algae farm, a vertical farm, and you're going to have to ship in those resources. So in the long run, moving to produce enclosed farms, automated farms, self-sufficient farms, yeah, it won't work for the livestock industry as much, but it should work very well for us. And that's going to be the next logical thing we're going to just have to do if we're going to make our current civilization even remotely self-sustainable. What are you? Are you a... I can't tell from all these icons which side the sugarcane comes out of. Okay, so we're just going to do this. We're going to build like that, and build like that, and I'll see which conveyor belt gets filled up. We should have the resources that we can send our trucks to deal with this. Okay, we've got 55 servers. I'm going to go add more servers to our processing capability. Right now we're saving data processing because we're going to need it to finish off this. Still short by 2. Give it a few seconds. Oh, come on. Of course, as soon as I go to check. Alright, so we'll definitely have one full production line. Now we've got to start bringing it online. This is going to be fun, because we need a lot of server capacity to do it. We're stuck in an endless loop here. Wow, by this point in the game, you really have to be your A game as far as the production of everything you want. Okay. We're not going to use the gold for anything else, so let me just buy a freaking ton of microprocessors. Why is this saying we've got too much maintenance, yet this shows we're only at 97% maintenance? Oh, maintenance supply, let me put it that way. We can add another server. 15 teraflops. Now, I could bring some of these online. In fact, I'm going to do that, just so I can keep track of how much processing power we're using. It's not going to help us because we need a whole line online to actually get anywhere, but it's a start. We're still going to need more server farms because I'm going to go big with electronics. I'm a computer nerd. Of course, if I had the opportunity to make electronics, I want to go as big as possible as far as microprocessors are concerned. I haven't built the proper infrastructure to support it. Not by a long shot. Well, actually, no, I have. Or not? Yeah, I haven't actually built the proper infrastructure to support this. I've cheated in the resources because I kind of like doing that. That's one thing I do enjoy. If the cheat system enables it, I'd much rather cheat in the base resources and manufacture all the more complex parts than try and go ahead and manufacture and then just cheating in the main resource. Sorry, the finished product. That's the word I was looking for. To me, it's far more enjoyable. I'd much rather enjoy just manufacturing. Okay, we are seriously running out of workforce here all of a sudden. So we'll go here to this. We'll kick on our population growth. And Bob's your uncle. We have enough people that they breed like rabbits. Awesome. But is this single server farm taking that many people? No, it's only 6. Why is it so costly? Okay. I'm just going to cancel that now. I don't want to fill our total population capacity just yet. If we can avoid it. Okay, that's still working. We're still basically shipping in most of the goods we need, so that's fine. Screw up. Okay, we're gonna need to build a new feed line here. But we're in luck. The feed line is right here. And by some dumb luck, oh no, we've got a truck path here. But judging by the lack of wear and tear in the road, they're not using it. Because, I mean, the grass has grown back, so I'm just going to delete that. They're going this way around rather than cutting through here, so. Now we go here, we go. Oh, come on. Copy. The trucks can get to it from this side, so that's fine. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. Somehow, someway, this is working. And I think I could have moved these buildings a heck of a lot closer. In fact, I'm going to do that. Let's, delete that. No. Still got to leave enough of a gap, but yeah. Sorry, I think I need to slightly angle my camera so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Fine. No. We'll just dump it directly into the supply chain. Can I increase this further? Probably not. And quite frankly, 4 has remarkably done us very well as far as production has been concerned, which is surprising. I never thought just having 4 of these would be enough, but they're so quick and easy to produce because it's just copper wires and capacitors and stuff. So it's only now that we're in the more complex production where we need thousands of each type per unit. Not really, but in real life, yes, you would need quite a lot to produce what you need to make. Because, I mean, a modern microprocessor now contains trillions of little resistance. Or at least not quite trillions, but quite a lot. 100,000, a million, I lost track a long time ago. And that's not something, unless you're really in the industry, you would actually keep track of. Now it's the slow but steady slog as we get our servers online, and we can get the next stage working. How does this machine work anyway? What does it look like? Oh, it picks out... Well, that's fine for a game. In real life, this would have to be built in a hermetically sealed room, because you get a speck of dust on these extremely complex electronics, and you throw the whole waffle right out the darn window. Well, maybe not. They probably do have a means of cleaning them if they get dirty, but still. Oh, that reminds me, has this ship gone and gotten ore at all? Yes, it has. Still gotta get to that. Not gonna do that right now. Focusing on trying to bring our servers online. Where is our population of workers going? I mean, this is running at 200, that's fine. Because, yeah, we are seriously, all of a sudden, we went from just fine to none available. Well, I'm not losing population, am I? No, they're not sick, and they're healthy, and they've got most of what they want. In fact, we're actually doing pretty well as far as health is concerned, because we're getting a bonus. Air pollution is still a big problem. Yes. I wonder why food production is so low, because I'm producing a lot of different types in the hopes, or will you get more of a bonus per one type, a lot of one type of food, rather than variety? Oops, wrong button. Let's just do this quick. Give it a few minutes to chock a block. Yes, this was probably not what I needed to click on, but yeah. Months of food. We're doing quite well. Oh right, did they build this damn thing? They did, and which conveyor belt is pushing it out? Or was it just storing it? Okay, it's not going to push it out of the conveyor belt unless it's got somewhere to push it to? Maybe? Ah, that answers that question. Thank you. It's a loose material storage. It's grass. Oh, come on. One too far here. Ah, that's where our population went. I built this farm system and completely forgot about it. There it is. Farms are very labor intensive, and since these aren't automated farms, I'm thinking one of these days we'll figure that one out. It makes perfect sense that you need a large population to run a farm. I don't know if maxing out fertility boosts the growth of material, or am I screwing it over because I'm getting too much fertility in the soil? I know in real life you have to be very careful on what sort of fertility level and chemical level you have in your soil, because plants grow the best when they're happy. Okay, we've maxed out our population. Turn it off. Okay, for now that's fine. We still gotta get to medicine, but we need to make sugar first. And right now our primary concern is server capacity, because without server capacity, is going to be a very slow march. Okay, we're one short. Bye. And I think we're out of microprocessors. Yes, we are. Okay, that should boost our microprocessing production for now. It only shows 33. How much is in our little storage? Here we go. 160. Alright, I'm just going to do this because truck deliveries are a bit slow. Oops, wrong one again. Right one. Shunk. That should do just fine. And I actually haven't seen this system work. I mean, I've seen mom and pop how-to videos. You notice these people who have an open pit fire and they recycle gold or make gold. Now, I've watched YouTubers make gold out of ore. It's quite interesting, but I haven't actually watched how this factory does it. Wastewater goes there, this goes there, and then it recycles. This is water which are we dumping water? Where is the water going? Oh, we're dumping it back into the system. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This was supposed to be cheap water, but everything's chock-a-block. I'm not going to care about it right now. Just keeping track of what I've built so I can see what I'm doing. Oof. Yeah, okay, so it pours in the liquid into there, and this rotary thing just fills it up. Oh, that's slag waste, I'm assuming. Goes into a cooling bin, and once it gets into the cooling bin, it gets dumped on a single gold bar onto a piece of wood. I wonder what kind of kiln this is. I'll Google it after this, because I'm afraid I looked into steel production. I haven't really looked into industrial gold production in real life. I've looked at industrial steel production because I thought that was cooler. Because while we use steel and iron and copper and all those resources for way more than we use for anything else. So yay, we can bring the next machine online. Wow, is this going to take forever? Why did it suddenly go down? Oh, it's because these machines aren't running. Yeah, I better not get caught in that little death trap. Because these machines are full. There's the processing going up. Oh, we may not have enough at all. No, we're good. Meantime, pause. As long as we're slow on production, get the next group built. But yeah, we're going to need quite the server farms here. Outputs water, but we're pumping the water back into the system, so that doesn't matter. Oh, we can. Oops, wrong button. Turn that off. Because yeah, for now at least, and we've got plenty of these in. Oh, I better. Oh no, we actually better get one of these online as well. So we need more processing capability. So we need another 4 servers. So we need another 40 servers. It's 2. 80 servers is 4. It's easier if you break it down a bit. But I suck at math, so don't quote me on that. We need to produce another 80 servers. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Yay! Stop. I think I need to improve this production level, but I kind of squished it here. So there's not really... I could put it forward? Okay, yeah. Yeah, electronics, well, I can produce electronics, I'm not producing it anywhere near fast enough. So if I pull the structure forward, but then I'm going to get clogged over here. Okay, no choice, gonna go sideways. We're just not making enough of everything to get where we want to go. Is that going to clog anything? Not really. But we can drag it a bit further forward. Alright, now what do we want to do? We want to basically delete from here to here. Okay, pause that. Now then, we'll take this conveyor belt, we'll run it here. It should give me more than enough room. The universe doesn't like me from time to time. I keep forgetting about these little terrain problems. Oh, that, I think, okay, on the large scale terrain, if there's a hill or something, you can't flatten it, but I think I would like it if you're building a building, or you're building a conveyor belt, these small hills should be automatically flattened, if possible, please. Game designers. Because, I mean, it really doesn't cost you anything to do that, and it would make life a little easier because you don't notice them. You really, really don't notice these little terrain quirks. Oh, come on. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. Delete that, delete that. Buildings. Control tower. Pinch one of those vehicles. Get your butt over here, get this ground flattened. Yes, is that annoying? Still gonna go this way around, just to make things easier on the long run. Luckily that's just a hop, skip, and jump. Oh, no, it's straight underneath. No interference. Excellent. Is the vehicle stuck? Can it not reach that location? Or is it still on its way? Oh, it's still on its way. Yeah, that's an awesomely big mining machine. And the scary thing is we do have machines this big, we have machines even bigger. That would make this thing look like a child's toy. Can you not reach? Yes, you can reach. Well, since you're here, because there is more land here that needs to be flattened, might as well do it now. I mean, it's not even giving the damn vehicle a full bucket. 2% dirt. Okay, I'm just going to add some more vehicles. Let's scrap that one. Let's just add some of these small ones then. Get in, get done, leave. do that from time to time. I just moved the mouse in the wrong position. That shall boost our server production. Sorry, I'm yeah, no, that's our electronics production, sorry. Yes, thank you for your help. You're no longer needed. Flux can go back, and you can go back to your job as an iron miner. Which I'm going to have to figure out at some point. I don't want to dig into the ocean here until I've sealed this area off, because I suspect it's going to suck. Oh, and I got to flatten this heel. No, I'll worry about that when they're done. This heel is also going to... So we're going to have to dig in, but if I dig in, I'm just going to flood the whole blinking place. And yes, my primary mission objective is to extract... Where are you trying to go? Oh. For some reason he wants to get water there. I don't know why. We have enough servers. 23. We need to bring one of these machines online. Before I do anything else, I need to bring one of these units online. Now, I do understand I could probably bring this whole line semi-online, and then as each one of these production units fills up and shuts down, the next one can take over, and the next, and the next, and the next. It shouldn't be a problem, but I'm just not going to do that right now. Also think, just give me a moment. Okay, it's also, that's our playthrough, our hour is up. I hope you enjoyed. I will admit I'm still, for some reason, getting myself confused over minor details. But other than that, I feel like we did quite well. Uranium mining is up. We haven't done anything with the production. We've got our first production line of microprocessors ready. We just need more servers to run it. And we got household goods and... What was the other thing we made? Oh yes. Household goods and our farms. Our sugar will be coming in. So for the next episode, we'll probably focus on getting our sugar production up and actually start making sugar we'll need for... What was it we needed for? It was... here it is. To make antibiotics so we can make level 2 medical supply. So our next objective will be probably this. Well, we just wait for our service to increase. Other than that, I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a great day. This is Gareth, out.